Let food be your medicine and medicine be your food. You know, a good friend of mine shared this statement with me a few years ago, and it has been invaluable for me because food really is what fuels our bodies and gives us the energy to function, to do our daily activities. I have spent my life as a yo-yo dieter, and I know a lot of people can relate to that, but it was more about looking good and losing weight to look good rather than about my health. You know, when we're younger, we all feel invincible and we feel like we can do anything or eat anything we want and it won't affect us. Well, that for me was not true. Several years ago, I actually lost quite a bit of weight and I exercised, but I really minimized the food intake and I was not getting the nutrition I needed. And so even though I got thinner, I thought I was healthy, and yet a few months later, I actually found out that I had cancer. I went through surgery and I was looking down the pipe of several months of chemotherapy. And while I was still in the hospital, the surgeon, before I had gone home, he came in and visited with my husband and I, and he said to us that there was no doubt in his mind that I would have cancer again. Wow, this was a wake-up call for me. I started studying and researching what can I do different, what will make a difference in my life, and I found that actually the foods we eat really do make a substantial difference in the health and welfare of our bodies. And, you know, interestingly enough, you know, sugar is a huge culprit for feeding cancer and other diseases. And I'm going to talk about that in another blog post later on. But one of the things that I have found is I've found a routine that I am getting the nutrition that I need to give me the good health and provide me with the energy that I need to carry on my activities. You know, it's about making better choices one day at a time. And, you know, I know that everybody thinks, well, we have to be perfect. And I'm not perfect. And as hard as I try, some days I do better than others. But I know for about 90% of the time, I do eat very healthy and nutritious food. And once in a while, I will have a treat if I feel like it. But I think it's more about being conscious, being aware of what we're putting in our mouths and asking ourselves, is this really worth it? Will this help me feel better? Or will it change the way I feel and I won't feel so good and I'll feel kind of yucky? So being conscious and aware of what we eat is so invaluable. So are we allowing our food to be our medicine and our medicine to be our food?